Not understanding this one thing is holding you back. This is your greatest enemy, and this is the thing that is just sneaking into your life and just holding you back and sabotaging from you eventually getting to anywhere and reaching yourself. And this is a character trait. And this is not something fancy, or this is not something interesting. This is not something super duper new or like a new concept or like this new age stuff. This is a character trait, bro. This is a character trait called persistence. Sticking with it. Keep putting in the work every single day. Focusing on that thing and persistently putting in the work. Day after day after day after day. But what is the problem here? Let's suppose that you have some type of a purpose, some kind of a purpose. You want to be a musician, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a writer, you want to be this, that, sports person, athlete, whatever, you name it. And what happens is just simply you start all these things all the time. You can just simply look at yourself and honestly, truthfully, look at yourself, how you are acting. You're just starting out a new thing all the time. You just start out a new side hustle. You just start out a new project. You just do something new all the single time. Because this is human nature. This is basic human nature. We just crave for nuance. We just crave to do something new. We just need to have that dopamine hit of having the potential of having something new, a new girlfriend all the time, a new business idea all the time, a new thing to do all the time. And this is the only way, the single best way for you to eventually fail long term. Because this is what happens with most of us. Say that you think that you want to become an entrepreneur, and so this is your thing now. Your purpose is to become an entrepreneur. So what you do as an entrepreneur, you start the business in the first 2 weeks. It's like super interesting and it's like a super great idea, and you're just pumped and everything is good. And after 2 weeks, it kind of gets boring, you know. It kind of gets the same thing. It's not that interesting that it was in the beginning. And you think that, yeah, you know, something is wrong. Something is wrong here. Yeah, you know, I should start another business. And this is how we are distracting ourselves. And this is how we are doing, this is how we use this association with every single thing. If it's not interesting and if it's not like super new and exciting, we just do not keep doing that. Because this is deeply embedded in human nature. This is our core issue pretty much. This is how humans are weak in this sense. We just simply look for the new things. We just simply look for the new opportunity all the time, and we are just hopping opportunity from opportunity to opportunity to new opportunity. This is what we do. This is why social media is so big, because it's just like new thing, new idea, new information, blah, 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 blah. And it feels good, and it's good, and it feels good at the moment. But if you're thinking about it long term, this will not lead you to anywhere. Think about it. You start the business and you do it for 2 weeks. Suppose you do it for a month. And you switch. And you start it all over again. And you switch and you start it all over again. And you switch and you start it all over again. So do you think that if you would be doing something for a year, you would be like reasonably good with that? Of course, like doing something for a year, like playing the guitar or working on a business or sticking with something, would eventually lead you to that place, would eventually lead you to a place where you just have a certain type of mastery. But instead, what we do, we just chase all the time these short-term gratifications, these short-term pleasures, these short-term successes. Because we are weak. We just simply do not have this character trait. And in order for you to be successful, you do not need some fancy stuff. You do not need some new ideas all the time. And this is what we associate success with, you know, like being inspired, having a new idea all the time. Where is success? Most of the time, is just simply putting in the work day after day after day after day, and especially the days when you do not feel like doing it. This is the only thing. Because think about it, if you are doing your thing every single day, day after day after day after day, what will happen? It would be unreasonable for you to just not be good at that after a while. And this is our single greatest source of misery, pretty much, because we are just keep hopping and just looking for the new ideas and the new opportunities. Like, yeah, I tried out this thing and it just didn't work. Have you tried out every single angle? Have you tried out a new angle here? Have you tried out a new angle there? This is the thing, or like something gets boring. For example, you start an instrument, you start playing the guitar, and after a month it's like, yeah, it's not that good, or it gets hard, and you're just like, yeah, let's switch to the piano, and you switch to the piano, and after a month it's like, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's not that interesting, it's getting harder. Yeah, switch to the saxophone. Yeah, from the saxophone switch to like DJing. And you keep doing this throughout all of your life. And this is how you're wasting your life. Because everything works. You just simply have to stick with it. Every single thing works. Because if you think about it long term, like after 5 years, suppose that you've been like hopping from instrument to instrument to instrument to instrument. What will end up happening? You will be like, you will have like a super tiny knowledge about how to play like 20 instruments or something. But if you would have stick with one, for example, the guitar, you would be a good guitar player. You would be a good guitarist. This is the thing. This is what we do not understand. And we think that the problem is with the thing, but the real problem is with us. This is a character trait. And this is perhaps the single greatest thing that I've been able to learn throughout my journey with Nofap, with reading, with going to the gym, with all this self-improvement, especially regarding to the soft skills. This is why Nofap is super great, because it teaches you how to be persistent. In my opinion, Nofap, the greatest benefit of Nofap, for example, is that it will teaches you how you can actually stick with something, how you can keep it with something, how does it feel like, how it is. And this is how you are forming your purpose too after a while. Because if you're sticking with something for 90 days, you will learn the character trait. And this is a long process. But you have to understand that whatever you're doing or whatever you're trying to achieve, the problem is not with that thing. This is inside you, and 99% of the time, it will be a character trait. It will be a character trait of not being persistent, of not keeping up with that, and not being focused with that. And this is our greatest enemy, brother. I'm telling you, we are just keeping ourselves distracted with all of these shiny objects. All of these shiny objects. Let's start this business. Let's start playing the new instrument. Let's chase a new girl. Let's find new friends. And this is the character trait, or would say the lack of a character trait, that is ruining you long term. Because this is the thing, you will freaking die. You have only a certain amount of time. And if you are investing into it fewer things, and you're doing those fewer things and master those fewer things, then you will have stuff that you have in life and you can really honestly master. And this is where truly deep honest fulfillment can come from mastery. For sure, for freaking sure, bro. And you can think about it from any perspective, mathematically too. Everything in life comes from the long term, compounding, being grounded and having a deep conviction that you are doing that thing, you are doing your thing long term, and sticking with it and keep being focused on it. This is the thing. This is the secret. And it doesn't feel good. This is why it's not sexy, it doesn't feel good to go to the gym every single god-given day. I mean, after a while you will become an addict and like a gym addict, and you will do that anyways. But it just simply doesn't feel good that you have to do the calls for your business every single day. It just simply doesn't feel good that you have to play the guitar when you're just not inspired. So stop looking for all these nuances. Stop looking for all these new dopamine hit, this new pleasure thing, this new nuance, because it will not lead you to anywhere, because this is just a distraction, and you keep yourself distracted and you keep yourself busy and you feel like you're getting to somewhere, but in reality you're not. In reality you're not. And this had been the thing that had been holding me back. And I just started a new business, and in the new business, I just started a new business and the new thing 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 and the new thing. And I just kept, and after like 3 years, I looked up and I'm like, bro, I'm like nowhere. Like, what is happening? This is the thing. This is inside you. This is a character trait. This is a mindset. This is being strong and understanding, being grounded, being persistent, and sticking with something. This is the thing you're lacking. This is the only thing. This is the only thing that will lead you to success, and this is the only thing, if you do not have it, you really have to work on this, because this is your bottleneck at this very moment, brothers and sisters. So don't buy into this culture of instant gratification. Don't buy into this culture of being weak and just not having the persistence and just being distracted and being busy. Just don't buy into this, because this is BS. Feels good, but will not lead you to anywhere. Simple as this, bro. Try this out. Do something for 90 days. Just stick with it every single day, day after day after day after day. Focus. Come back and see like what is happening. And you will see. So stick with it, brother. See it through it. Be stronger. Become stronger. This is your thing. Peace.